Mhm.
where, oh, this game, it's going to be Emo's game to be the guy who's our leader, to be the guy who we need to do well. In this game, it'll be Fly. And I think that kind of the lines have blurred a little bit, and they haven't exactly done that as well as they have in the past. Obviously, the other question mark that we talked about the last time we covered IG was JT and how he's been performing. It feels like he's kind of been off the mark. And I guess now the question becomes, how is he going to play on this Mars? And I'm going to keep speaking because I know you're still doing predictions, and it just
Mhm. Oh, I
you
finished them. I
wonder.
finished them. It's
Oh,
all
you
good.
got in quick. All right, so you cover so I can do my prediction and stop speaking.
Yeah, we just have perhaps a brawl around the runes, but not
Ooh,
necessarily. It looks like, yeah, it looks like IG will be invading the Radiant jungle. This ward, by the way, the two Radiant Observer wards completely give
30
vision
seconds to
around the
battle.
bottom lane. So basically, they're protecting themselves from some Marcy rotations. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we don't really see a very deep dire ward on top, just one on the mid lane. I would argue that's even more important. Like these dire wards on top would be more important to just scout out the shaker rotations.
right. Just trying to make sure you know where everything's coming
The
from.
battle begins.
Exactly.
Because like you said, I think the most important thing is protecting Emo right now. It's definitely felt like Emo's been in a little bit of a funk, and I think that's why that the lines have kind of blurred on who you want to carry these games and the way that they used to kind of have those roles be interchangeable. But specifically here, when you think about the Chinese region and Lena, there's games like what Somnus was able to accomplish with Lee and having all these abilities to have these moments with Lena to carry games. So we'll see if Emo can kind of find some positivity here with this game, because it's felt like he really has struggled for a while. Like
Yeah.
I talk about JT, but even Emo, like
Mhm.
he just is not. He seems like a shell of himself.
That's a bit rough, but yeah, I can see where you're going with it. Especially when he's playing heroes such as Lina, right, to be honest. When he's playing the spirits and playmakers, I'm not worried. But when Emo is playing, I don't know, like Linas and these squishier glass cannons, yeah, the game can get real rough real fast, you know? I mean, sometimes he gets ganked a couple of times and then falls off heavily. It honestly, for me, when it comes to IG, it feels like they've lost their patience more than anything else. It's like every single game that they are in lead, they stop making all the right moves and they kind of let themselves go. You know, like they aren't as careful.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, because that was something that I would say they probably prided themselves on. It's what helped them come back against EG in the Singapore Major, right?
Exactly.
Was knowing when to go, knowing when to make their moves, and I kind of see that, like the losing patience aspect of it. That does make a lot of sense, because I guess one season of Division Two, you think to yourself, all right, we're gonna make it through, we're gonna do our thing, and then you don't get out of Division Two, and then come the next season, like, hey, this time you did make it out of Division Two, but well, I spoke about that in Division at the end of Season 3 as well. Like, technically, the team holds the roster spot, so like, does it really matter that they made it out of Division Two? Like, these players may not even be on from the end of the year, so like, maybe the patience isn't there, and maybe they are trying for one more last stand, but I can definitely see like
Hmm.
it's wearing thin.
Well, look, maybe the patience isn't there, but they still have what to play for,
Yeah.
right? They still have TI to play for, and if they do manage to get to TI, and if they do well in it, they will most certainly keep the slots and keep their positions within the team.
Potentially, yeah. If they do go to TI and have a decent performance, they almost got that kill in the Pango.
Yeah, he was being chased for quite a long time. He was blocked by Salad's Fissure, then Dazzle just continued chasing him, almost killed him.
TP'd back to
TZ bottom
the
lane.
lane. TZ, spear lands JT. We were talking about how he needs to kind of step up here, and he does so by getting that kill onto TZ, landing that spear. So JT, similar to the way we've seen Chalice be an anchor, Faith Beyond be an anchor, there are these teams that towards the top of the Chinese region, the off lane has become one of, if not the most important spot on the map.
Yeah, and that's something where JT, before when they had a lot of success, always thrived on, right? Like he would be able to carry his team through the rough patches of the game, no matter what. But in the last couple of seasons, realistically, JT would be the guy that gets a lot from the laning stage and then kind of, well, he doesn't necessarily always contribute as much as he used to. Let's put it that way, right?
Right.
Not to be too harsh on him.
And I don't really know exactly how harsh that really is, that reality of it all, because like you've got guys who had similar play styles like Faith Beyond, who is that anchor for the side of LGD off the off lane, and he doesn't maybe play as crucial of a role to whether they win or lose, but it does feel like with his IG lineup and as long as they've been together, even the Kaka days, it felt very reliant on JT and how he does in his lane.
We see a ton of rotations, by the way, happening around the mid lane. Enchantress securing the bottom rune. On top lane, you have the Shaker trying to secure the top one. LBZS picking up both the bounties, both the water runes, sorry.
Really gonna hurt my chances of winning that prediction of who's picking up the most runes by 10 minutes.
No, actually, I have LBZS down, so I'm doing well. That's the only prediction I put LBZS in, so.
All right.
Doing all right, yeah. I don't even know what I'm getting with these predictions. And am I getting some points or what?
I have no idea.
Same.
I have no idea anymore. Gosh. I'm hoping we're getting some big boy points.
Salad, just look at him. This is so annoying. You know he's there, but you can't do anything about it. Like, you need to approach the creeps, right? Like, you still want to be farming. The only way that this is dealt with is a support comes in, right? Like, your support comes in and like Coley is doing right now.
But Emo still has to TP back, so at least... Oh, you can stay here? He should. Yeah, so at least he'll get some solo experience on this. That's not the worst thing in the world to get Dazzle a couple levels, another level in the Poison Touch, or get him into a Shallow Grave or something like that at level 3 if he wants to go 1-1-1.
Isn't the worst because you have a power laner on top lane. Bottom lane, PL, not really low, but he should be fine. Basically, on top lane you have Monkey King, who's actually killing the Pango almost. Ooh, look at that. He's going in.
He's going for the Primal Spring. Swashbuckle Fissure. Uh-oh. Fly. You've overplayed your hand, and you're going to pay for it dearly.
Yeah. I think that's classic Fly play. You know, high risk, high reward.
High risk, high tilt reward.
High tilt reward. Emo right now shaking.
You've been burned.
Shaker.
Great.
Should be fine, right? Like, the Poison Touch is not enough. Lina was not level 6 as well, so he just gets away.
Poison Touch, not a fun ability to go up against, truthfully.
It's one of the worst things, right? Like, you can't let him touch you, you can't let him hit you anymore, so you just have to run away. Especially those Dazzles that max it out early on. They're trying to go on top of Enchantress. They stop her from getting the bounty, yeah.
Yeah, they got the Dispose, they'll have the Spear, but with the Nature's Attendance, this kill takes longer than it should, or longer than maybe they would want. Look, a kill's a kill, and it puts JT continually on the board as he's now got himself his second kill. And JT's sitting top of the net worth, so like that's all working out for him right now.
Yeah. 2 bracers, Soul Ring. You can't really make him leave the lane. Fly PP with a nice rotation.
Gosh,
Okay.
Wi-Fi again.
Yeah, this is second in a row, but it's also what we talked about. It's more about the Lina. Like, you really want to enable Monkey King, but more importantly, Lina needs to have a good early game. And then with that Lina, you can pressure the mid tower, you can rotate the bottom with the Mars, you can take the other tier 1 too. Oli might be dead.
Yeah, he's found himself in a little bit of trouble with the fissure coming through and Fly unable to get the deny there. So PP again getting involved even more. And they also have Rolling Thunder. So like, not like Fly is safe here either. Again.
They might dive him. Like, Emo does have a regen rune, but it's not really the strongest one to come and rotate with. It's not a haste or a DD. And most likely he'll just continue farming with it. I'm even surprised that they're keeping Fly on top lane. Like, when Dazzle was being hit, he could have just graved himself and bought himself a couple of seconds and then died. I expected Fly to TP bottom, but perhaps that's a little bit too early to do, as JT is really enjoying his time down on the bot lane.
Game has been very free. And now I've got a question for you. Do you think now, like, we know FY is a really good 4 position, but do you think that his abilities aren't exactly what fits the role in this lineup?
In what way do you mean?
Like his gameplay style, the way he plays in terms of being a 4 position. Like when you had Kaka on the team, it was all about veteran leadership and shot calling.
Yeah, but that's FY as well. Like, it's not like you're not getting.
Are they
that from
letting
him.
him do that? That's the question. Are they letting him be that guy?
I don't think you
It
have
feels-
a choice. Like, if you have FY in your team, he's definitely being the loud one. I don't think that
You like to think so, right? Like
Yeah.
it just feels like he's, at least gameplay wise, very timid.
For me, FY is always the standout one. Like, whenever I see him in any team, even when he was on Elephant, he's always that guy that performs well. No matter what's happening, no matter what mess your team is in, he's always going to have that item. He's always going to do his work. Nice 3-man fissure. But I can see your point as well. I'm not, like, in this particular game, perhaps, you're not really seeing Marcy making some insane moves on mid lane. Like, you're not seeing Dispose into LSA, into Laguna Blade. Like, they're actually messing up those combos even. But give him a bit, you'll see. I believe in FY.
Maybe it's just not long enough. Arena comes out, Spear lands, and they're gonna get the kill there on a PP.
There you go, instantly.
You talk about it, and it comes to fruition.
Yeah, and this should secure the tier 1 on the mid lane. Like, perhaps you can def it with Enchantress a little bit, but you can only delay it. There's a catapult here.
We've got 4 heroes now. Spear, ooh.
Perfect. But as JT is steeping away, I think they're bailing. You force the rotation from the Pangolier. Your monkey is free farming. There's a huge wave on the bottom lane for JT to farm, so yeah, you can just go move back.
So I would say that's pretty good for LBZS to not give up that tower. Very
Of course.
important for him.
Of course, delaying that tier 1 push on mid lane is always good, especially when the tier 1 on bottom lane is also alive. Basically, the standard rotation is bottom tier 1 into mid tier 1, right? Like, you take the bottom tier 1 tower, then you kind of free up the Radiant jungle, you can move through it towards the tier 1 mid. But if you lose the tier 1 on the mid lane, the whole game kind of becomes a mess for you. If you lose it that early, that is.
So they'll take the towers. They traded their top tier 1. Typical trade, though.
Worthy tribute.
Do you think IG's done enough so far in the first 12 minutes to feel like they're in a comfortable spot, or is it more LBZS? They've kind of put themselves where they like to be, because you do have a Phantom Lancer that's
With the
armed at
diffusal,
the
yeah.
moment.
PL has quite a bit. There's a diffusal on Pangolier as well, so they'll be able to fight very soon. But if you're IG, I think you're fine with where you're at too, mostly because JT had such a good start. Like JT will have his Blink Dagger. With the Blink Dagger, you'll be able to start some of these fights. They do struggle when it comes to catching Queen of Pain. Like Quap actually needs to use that Blink Dagger, sorry, the Blink a bit aggressively for her to die. But if you can bait that out and follow up with the Mars Arena, with the Blink Dagger that he's about to complete, then your team fight capabilities are through the roof.
See if IG can put it together and win. But it is opening up space for Fly, who, compared to the Phantom Lancer, does in fact need to recover a little bit.
Yeah, and look at that. They smoke up the moment they got the Blink Dagger on the Mars. My only question is, they're
Ooh,
running
they
into
landed
Quap.
the spear and the LSA with the Laguna Blade. PP's dead again. That was really quick.
Yeah, my question was, can they actually accomplish this? Like, would they be able to smoke up and kill Queen of Pain? Because she does have a blink, right? Like, she can react to that. She can perhaps escape. But, yeah, really nice execution by them. Oli?
Execution has felt a lot stronger as Dazzle getting low, does have the shallow grave, just extending the inevitable, where LG gets the kill. They get one after IG gets one, and they're still
Dude,
he tied in the kill line.
that Pango laughs forever, like for ages.
Yeah, that was 30 seconds of just straight laughing. So, what are the next steps for these teams to get where they want to be in the game?
If you're IG, I think it's very straightforward. You're waiting for the Battle Fury, and perhaps BKB on Monkey King, right? Like, you're not really forced to do a lot. When it comes to LBZS, it's Salad. Like, you're waiting for Salad's Blink Dagger. Not necessarily waiting for it. You can still make moves, but once you get the Blink on him, the game becomes a bit easier for you as you get a proper way of initiating.
Money to burn.
They can get that initiation eventually.
I mean, Pango is kind of solid in that way too, but he also went for the Diffusal, right? Like, he didn't go for Blink first, so he's actually not even going for the Blink afterwards. He's going for the Great Pact, which is understandable if you Enchantress.
Arena again.
Yep.
Yeah, onto the Enchantress, but very easily healing and just making this kill take a little bit longer, knowing that TZ's dead on his screen already. All of a sudden, they're gonna go
trap.
for Fly the other way. It's turned around. PP dies to Emo, and they might even get a +1. They'll look for the Wukongs, but the TP is successful, and that Fly Wukongs doesn't exactly net him anything.
That's a really nice. That was a really nice trap. Do you know what they're saying? Yeah, I have no idea. Yes. Yes, I agree as well. Yes, JT. I understood that one.
They're lagging, maybe?
I know Kale, but I don't know Kama.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the same. You'd think I'd know that, Kama. I'm surprised they just came out in the all chat like that. With no pause, maybe it means no lag.
And I have to tell you that I didn't find anything.
Okay. Very reliable.
I know Kaka as well, but he's not playing.
Mars
Enchantress.
looking for the Enchantress again with the help of FY, but the heals and how long they're willing to chase is, well, not very long there from IG.
Enchantress is, yeah, a very interesting hero. Very, very interesting hero. Especially when she was a potent offlaner, right? Like when she was strong on the offlane. Every game, drums, hood, boots, and you cannot die. Echo, blink reveal.
Yeah, the fissure, but they've got the dispose. Oh, shallow grave and the sonic wave. They land the spear into PP again. The Laguna Blade was used. They still get the kill there on a TZ. They'll lose PP. They have not lost the Lina, who's trying to stand his ground. Emo finally falls, but it's a 2-for-1, and it favors IG. But Simple Soul, he's nearby, and I don't know if IG without the Lina really want to fight this.
Probably not, but look at FY. He's going in.
I say that, but all of a sudden they're in. They've got the Wukongs, the Boundless Strike. The damage is quick and Simple Soul. His soul is taken.
The good old shard on Dazzle, right? That was the hex, I believe. Yeah, getting that little shard play in, killing off PL very, very easily with it. And that's the problem that was always the bane for Queen of Pain, right? Like, you blink in to get a kill, you don't even finish the Lina, but now you've blinked in, and you're extremely squishy. Because of that, your Arena follow-up and the Monkey King Boundless Strike just finishes Queen of Pain off in a second.
The fact that they were able to get the PL afterwards, like that certainly
massive,
helps
yeah.
IG, like, extend the little lead that they do have. And they defend the tier 1 tower over mid, surprisingly. It felt like LBZS were on the edge of taking a very massive team fight.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
We end up denying the tower too.
Mid lane.
Fissure. And the totem with the blink dagger. They've got the control, but the shallow grave is there again. Do they have anything to keep him alive? Not looking likely. And it will be PP who finally gets credit for that one and takes out JT on a streak.
Yeah, that one was... That grave was pretty much just to delay it a little bit. They can take Rosh, can't they? Like, PL isn't the best one, but they have enough damage. It's falling really quickly, actually.
Nobody's there. IG.
I feel like they had no vision. I feel like they didn't even expect this to be happening. I guess you don't have Mars, so you're not fighting it anyway, but still.
Surprising that they, I would say, went for that, and there is no deterrence coming out from the side of IG.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And honestly, it could be a pretty massive Aegis timing that helps the Phantom Lancer farm back into this game.
Yeah, because you can't kill him once, killing him twice, however, is... it's a really hard task to accomplish.
Still smoke, JT. He's leading the front lines, and Spear as well as the God's Rebuke will lay down the arena. Rebound gets a stun on a couple. They've got the Boundless Strike. They'll get the kill. They'll take out one. It's TZ. Ooh, Sinful Soul. He is getting low. They've used the Laguna Blade. He's going to respawn in the Wukongs. Here comes the Rolling Thunder with the BKB being Popeye Emo. Echo Slam comes in from Salad, taking out Ali and Fly. They finish off FY, and they'll also get Emo. Whoa, a full team wipe coming in from LBZS, and big moves there from Salad as he's got the damage again. He got the first life out of the hands of Sinful Soul, but you said they really couldn't deal with that second life, and they weren't able to.
Yeah, and it's the way that these fights are starting, right? Like JT, he is pretty much the most farmed hero on the side of IG, but he dies first, like, or at least he's shoved out of the fight first. He pops that arena and he needs to leave. This rolling boulder was amazing. The echo follow-up as well. Double fissure on the Dazzle, on the Monkey. Exactly the right targets. Like, extremely nicely done by LBZS. But then again, from IG, they're putting JT in such a position in which he's most certainly going to die, right? Like 100%. If they go on him, he's gone. They probably planned it. Maybe if Aegis wasn't there, that would be good. but with the Aegis being on PL, it's a hard play to make.
None. Enchantress once again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Say, and there's the kill, and maybe with the Phantom Lancer, and speaking about that fight over mid, you wonder what was enough to get that kill originally, because they did finish him off with a Laguna Blade, but he only had a couple hundred health, or maybe even had like 200, 100-ish health remaining, so
Radiant structures
it's burst
are
damage gone,
Dire's
Yeah,
top
things-
especially when you're trying to maybe make the fight work with that second life, where you could have Laguna starting in that second life.
Yeah, things will change though. They are getting the BKBs. So you have the BKB now, I believe, on Mars, on Monkey, and on Lina. All three of their cores have the BKBs, and it's time to smoke. The classic one. You get these three important items, instantly you're making a move.
Get caught out on this one, and I think the main target is certainly going to be Sinful Soul and IG, hoping that they can take out this Phantom Lancer again.
I think the PL is a good target, Queen of Pain as well, if you can get her. Pangolier and Shaker are kind of more difficult, as they're always in the backlines.
Nothing going on at the moment. Salad's been playing, really well. This Earthshaker.
Yeah, he found the Nature Lens now as well, together with the Blink. What I've been impressed when it comes to Salad is the amount of times that he finds fissures on Dazzle.
Dire
It always kind of connects. Usually, you hit fissure on the target that you want to lock down and kill off, but he's always found fissures on the target that he wants to kill plus the Dazzle. So there's no grave, there's no follow-up, there's no heals.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, I wonder if the aim is just straight on the Dazzle and hit whatever is in between.
Yeah, whatever in
him.
between. Yeah, that could be the case too.
Would make a lot of sense. It's either nearby.
Smoke coming in.
Smoke coming in, but you gotta wonder the positioning of LBZS to get this done. Like, we're unable to get there, as IG are still holding their ground over in the top lane.
Yeah, if you look at PL, like he has he needs the recipe and he has Heart of Terras completed, so it would probably be better to wait for that and then fight.
Out these next items, but it's similar to eHome in the last game, right? Like, Medusa had a lot of farm, and then the rest of the team didn't. And you're kind of seeing that again here. I will say the one difference, though, is Salad is really farming well.
Yeah, I would disagree. I don't think that in that last game, Medusa was far away from all of her teammates, and everyone on the enemy side was close to Medusa. This time around, PL is ahead, but not a heavy stretch. And when you look at Queen of Pain and Pango, they're also keeping up. They're just 1-2k behind.
For now.
So it's not really that bad. Like the game is still very even, 11-11 scoreboard as well. It makes you feel like IG are in lead just because it's IG, but it's not the case.
You haven't really felt much from Fly, who needs to be the important player in this match at some point. But he's going Ags, and he's still 2,200 gold away from it.
He's gonna get the Ags. We're probably going to see another armor item coming from Mars, something like a Shiva's, or maybe Lina can get it eventually. All these small... Actually, he's going for a Hex. Okay, some more catch. All these small items can definitely help out versus the Quap, versus the PL.
Ooh, going in, Laguna Blade and Enchantress Did very quickly. Asher finished off for the Pangolier too.
Yeah, the BKBs aren't that
Radiant's
strong
bottom
anymore.
tower is under attack.
With the Basher being completed, that is.
Earth's bounty.
Next Roche. 15 seconds. Wonder how IG are going to set up for this one, because you got to assume they're not going to be as nonchalant about it, right?
Yeah, 100%. That last stages, you can give away. It was very early on in the game, but this time around, there's no way in hell they just let it go. They will set up a fight around the pit.
Who do you
They
think
like
has the
the-
advantage going into this pit fight?
It depends on the initiation, and it depends on where you are on the map. Like if you're holding the high ground or if you're running into it. I don't think there's like a massive advantage for one side or the other at the moment. Like both of these sides can definitely take a good fight and win it. Like, you can blow up anyone on the side of IG. You have Queen of Pain, Pango, and Shaker, right? Like you can blow them up before they pop BKBs, if you control the Dazzle. Maybe it's a little bit easier for LBZS, honestly, the way I see it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Like they might have been going the way of IG, and you were asking me if I like something. Not sure what the rest of that question was going to be before I cut you off.
Do you like me?
Dire's
Yes.
top tower
Nice.
has fallen.
What about
why- you don't even need to ask.
Augur Seal Totem? Do you like that? The flop?
I don't know if I like it as a tier 3.
Uh-huh. So you'd have it as tier 5 item, right?
Yeah, it gives plus 50 strength and hops 8 times. All 360ing. Of course.
It's a
Radiant's
fun
bottom
one.
tower
There's a
is
fun
under
smoke
attack.
happening from both sides. On one side, just the Shaker and Enchantress. On the other, Monkey is showing, but they know. They saw the LSA mid. Dragon Slave, that is. Will they jump in?
Roche still 50 seconds away.
It's basically TZ, right? Like you can see him. Look at this Enchantress. Even the Glimmer going for the Rune. Like they know exactly where IG is. They read this move perfectly. It's just that there isn't really a lot they can do about it. One thing that makes LBZS's game a bit easier is you have Ench. You can send creeps in the pit. You can send Ench. You can send illusions of PL as well. So there's a lot of ways to scout things out. And if you're IG, you don't have that opportunity.
Yeah, you're more reliant on your initiation and the vision you've placed down yourselves to get something done.
And your initiation and your vision, well, your initiation isn't that great until you get the Hex on Mars, right? Like, once you get the Mars Hex, it's kind of secured, but before that, it's not that simple to hit the spear with a blink.
Roche back up. See
Smoke
if
up.
anybody gets over for it, as there's a smoke again from LBZS. Good positioning from the Marcy. Break the smoke, but they've got the long range fissure, making sure that they can get into the area. They've got the arena down. The Rolling Thunder comes out with the BKB being Popeye JT. They're on the run. Fissure finally fades. They're going to get after this Mars and eventually be able to get the lockdown, but can they get the kill with the Shallow Grave? The Sonic Wave comes in, and they get the kill on the JT. They'll take on the Mars. They'll start with that. TP's in deep. LSA doesn't come through. There's the Echo Slam. They'll take out Ollie. The Dazzle's gone. Followed up by FY. 3 heroes down on the side of IG as Fly hits the deck too. Yeah, nothing. No answers from IG, and LBZS play the fight perfectly. And their prize should be Roche and Aegis and a Shard into their hands.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower
they
is
just go
under
straight into the pit, and you can see why LBZS's draft is a little bit easier to execute at the moment. Like, they even go on high ground, and it's still easier for them to find the right targets. They just have initiation and control that's more valuable. On one side you have Arena, on the other side you have this Shaker with Fissure, then Pango follow up, If they catch you, you're stun locked forever. On the other hand, if Mars catches you, so what? Like, it's not really a big deal. You can get out of the arena even as a PL.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's the
under
first
attack.
point. It's the initiation and the ease of controlling. The second point is something we discussed before. Like, all this vision that they were getting from Edge, from PL. Like, they knew
Dire's
exactly
middle
where
tower
Marcy is
is
because
under
they sent the illusions earlier there.
They just they got all the information they needed and played that fight perfect. Like, it's been really impressive from LBZS.
Dire's
IG,
middle
I mean,
tower
they're
is under
still
attack.
yet to show anything.
Dire's middle tower has
This
fallen.
Pango might be able to
Are scanning.
jump again. That's the Rolling Thunder if they're not too careful. Oh, Arena misses. Unfortunate. Salad does well. BKB's pop. Fissured down, but like I said, they've got the BKB. The right clicks are in, and well, JT, he's not going to make it out. And again, he'll end up being susceptible to the chase that is there from the side of LBZS.
You get the JT. Without him, defending high ground isn't that simple. Like, it's not that LBZS have the best heroes to take objectives, but they're fat enough. Like, this PL is strong enough to actually do exactly this. What's up with our 70-30 prediction, by the way?
Not looking good. That's
right.
Radiant's bottom tower
they have a long time on this Aegis. Like, they can hold their ground.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yes, getting the first
Radiant's bottom
barracks.
tower is under attack.
You really haven't had any sort of retort from the aggression coming in from the Radiant side at all.
Nothing really. Emo is about to complete an MKB, so you'll get that extra damage from him. Monkey King has the Axe and almost the Basher. He's getting real close. All these items will be helpful, but I don't see them being massive game changers. It's still all on the way you initiate and the way you control them. And so far, LBZS have definitely been the better team at that.
They seem to be in control. In every move they've made so far, they have been the ones who are controlling their own destiny.
What do they do? Is there something that they can
Dire's
switch up?
bottom tower is under
Like,
attack.
they can always, I guess, eliminate the target up once they have these items with Monkey King and Lina.
Dire's structures are falling.
Like, even a PL can fall, even though he has a heart and butterfly, it doesn't matter. Like, you can take him down, but it's so difficult.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We're just trying to see if LBZS are going to make a move. I'm a little bit surprised. They have this Aegis for a long time, and
Arena?
now it's getting on the edge of its legs. But yeah, they go to the arena. They're going to try and go in onto the Pango, and they get a kill on the LG. He doesn't have
Bottom
5.
tower is under attack.
And that's a big kill. Like, killing off the Pango or the Shaker, for me, might be even more important than anyone else on the side of LBZS. Like, you kill Pango, you kill Shaker, you can perhaps take a fight afterwards. If they're alive, like, you're not taking down anyone. They'll just control you. And they did survive through the ages. They lost, what, one set of Raxes, all the outer towers, but they're still hanging in there, and they just will be reclaimed in 50 seconds.
What's the game plan to come back, though?
You're getting bigger on Monkey, I suppose, than on Lina. These heroes can scale extremely well.
Radiant are scanning.
Do you think that, like, hires, like, to get to 50 minutes?
I don't think it's necessary to even wait that long. Like, there's always that one point in the game in which it doesn't matter how big you are, everyone is big. And then if you initiate on the right target, you will take them down. And I think that we're slowly approaching that point for IG at least. Like you saw how fast Pango died, right? And he's one of the tankier ones. If you can do that again before he gets something like an Aeon Disc, off of these small quote mark skills, you can do a lot of damage to LBZS.
And they bring back 12,000 net worth of damage, and it's going to be very difficult for them. I'm wondering if LBZS are going to wait till the next Roche to make their high ground C.
I think so. Yeah, I think you do that. They are in no rush. 2 minutes for rush. They could even fight. In all honesty, because if you look at their supports, like if you look at Shaker, if you look at Ench, both of them already completed their. Wait, actually, Ench didn't. Shaker has his Aeon Disc already. Oh, that's quite big. I could swear I saw another one. Okay, just the Shaker then.
Regeneration.
And for now,
Dire
see if
are
that
scanning.
keeps up though. Not too long till potentially Roche is up, and IG
Both
sensing a
teams.
little bit of urgency. And I say that, but both teams do end up going for an attempt at a smoke, and they're gonna fight on this.
Oh,
We got the
that's
BKB
Fissure,
Popeye,
my
VP, and
God.
the Fissure is absolutely perfect. They get the kill on Emo. They'll take out Ollie. They'll both buy back. The Sonic Wave is thrown. Fly trying to stand his ground as Sinful Soul gets himself a double kill, taking out FY. These heroes bought back, but what do they get out of it? And it really isn't anything. Again, IG just cannot keep up with the likes of LBZS in this first game. And there's really no reason for LBZS to stop. They know they've got an objective, and that's killing these heroes that bought back to just end the game.
Just give Salad an MVP and go next. Like, that's how I feel. Like, that Fissure, not only does it block IG in half, cut their lineup in half, it clips on Emo and Dazzle. Like, he's just doing it every single fight. It's not coincidence, he's just a god. Like, killing off Emo and Dazzle pretty much means that IG, they're done. Like, you can't take a fight afterwards. Monkey forced to BKB TP away, everyone else just runs.
Really not getting anything out of IG.
Look at the PL. That's a Scuddy, that's a Butterfly, that's a Heart. That's a lot of farm, my friend.
Everything he needs.
When you're testing like some builds on PL in lobby, this is probably what you want. You buy instantly. You activate infinite gold, you get yourself Butterfly Heart, you get yourself Scuddy. He's got it all. He doesn't need anything more. Level 25 to get that -4 seconds doppelganger cooldown, and he's golden.
So we'll see if and when he gets to that point. And well, 40-minute mark. This is starting to get late into the game, and wondering if IG even have a fight in them. They've got 5 seconds till Roche is up. Stealing this or getting this in any way here for IG is going to be pretty massive, but you have to get through LBZS, who have been pretty stoic in keeping their lead.
Sure.
Fissure again. And FY is going to be caught. They've got the BKB, the shallow grave from a distance, so maybe this time things are looking up in terms of getting a back into this fight. But they already got Ollie, so now both your supports are gone. They hit the Hex onto the Queen of Pain with the Fissure coming through once again onto the Mars. JT popping the BKB and going to the Spear that's going to land, but he'll try to TP out and will escape. Fly. Is he even going to be as fortunate? Not looking likely as he gets Salad. He's got the Jingu. He heals back to full, but the right click's coming in from Sinful Soul with the help from PP is enough to take out this Monkey King. And Roche is up again.
Yeah, they're just so disconnected. Everyone jumps on Marcy, but IG, they're not capable or ready to strike back at the same moment, so they kind of wait on the high ground. But the problem is, LBZS does not care that you're waiting on the high ground. They go there themselves. Pangolier follows up with Queen of Pain on the Dazzle. They eliminate the Dazzle first. Once Dazzle is dead, Everyone else is much, much easier to take down.
Right.
Look at that. He just eats the cheese. I will eat the cheese.
Bring back the voice line. I will eat the cheese. All we want. It should have been in the battle pass, right? Honestly, I think that would be a good addition. Best voice lines from like the DPC bundles, like a pack of 10. I think people would like that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
High ground attempt from LBZS. Sinful Soul just standing his ground. Again, he's got that Aegis, this time for a long time. They don't exactly need to be scared of what's going to be thrown their way. They do have the second life
Dire's structures
to
are
reset on. All right, they're going to go. They're going to try and make something happen. Sinful Soul, he's been disposed. He's also been hexed up. They've got the arena as well as the Wukongs. They'll get the kill there on Atizi. Echo Slam comes in and rocks at their feet. LG is going to get a kill on both Ali as well as FY, and these heroes are starting to fall again. Sinful Soul with the kill into JT as well as Fly. They're going to buy back on both those heroes to try and hold on. Meanwhile, they'll throw the Spirit Lance out there. They get the kill into LG. They'll take it to Pangolier. They've got 2 heroes dead on the side of LBZS. The LSA lands on a Sinful Soul. Sinful Soul taking a little bit of right-click damage from Emo, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. The Fissure hits on a 2 again. They've got the Totem with the Shard. It's going to lock them down even more. They bought back, and can they hold the high ground here for the side of IG? It's Sinful Soul just continuing to use the Doppelganger, going after JT, throwing out the right-clicks onto the Mars. The right-clicks coming in from Emo. It's going to be over at Illusions, but they've got the Fissure once again that lands onto JT. They'll take out the Mars. They've got the Dispose on a Sinful Soul, but another Doppelganger to stay alive. He goes over into the trees, but the rebound's going to be there from FY. They'll finally finish off the godlike spree that's there for Sinful Soul. He's got buyback, but it costs IG greatly to defend, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
Yeah, they bought back what? They bought back JT, they bought back Fly, FY bought back as well. Yeah, it cost them quite a bit. I think there was a little bit of disconnect there on the side of LBZS too, though, as Queen of Pain blinked out very, very early on and TP'd away. Meanwhile, at the same time, PL is just going in, right? He's just going in more and more. I don't blame him. Like, he is pretty much the ultimate boss, absolute Giga Chad of this game. So,
I'd salad again with that Echo. So gorgeous. PP does come back in though, and they get these kills.
but the way they're fighting, even like Salad and PL, they're hitting the front lines with the Fissure and everything, the massive damage that PL is bringing. Meanwhile, a Queen of Pain and Pango, they're jumping the back lines, right? Like they're eliminating Oli and Lina. So the Dazzle can't really do much.
Ooh, and just popped on this Earthshaker, and I believe he just
Queen
went
of
back to the
Pain.
Echo Slam. Queen of Pain in too far. They go to the Wukongs. They got the Rolling Thunder, but PB's gonna die. It's a 5-time spree going into the hands of IG once again, and all of a sudden, they're starting to claw their way back into the game. They didn't get the buybacks out from the PL or the Queen of Pain, so like that buyback advantage is still certainly there. But things are happening and potentially giving them momentum to get another kill on these heroes.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Emo's starting to output a lot of damage. Just a question of getting it onto the right heroes.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Not illusions. So a 20k lead, but IG are playing aggressive. Like they're playing forward.
Oh, you didn't hear anything I was saying. Okay, cool. How long was I muted for?
I'm not sure. A while. I was talking and I was just.
Yeah. Yeah, Queen of Pain jumped in with Daeon Disc on cooldown for 10 seconds, so that was the problem. That's why he died.
Information. Oh, Boundless Strike. Oh, the Force Staff. They looked for the arena. They were trying to land a combo with the Boundless Strike, and now they're going to go in with a Fissure as well as maybe look for the Rolling Thunder. But if they go in, they're committing into the Wukongs. That's not something they want to do.
Yeah, you don't want to do it, especially because Queen of Pain was still dead for 5-10 more seconds. You wait her out and you fight afterwards. If you are LBZS, do you have a smoke? You don't. You just kind of have to force a fight if you want to do it now.
Not sure whose force that was. It was either the Enchantresses or the Earthshakers, but I'm just going to go ahead and guess Salad. Just because of the way he's been playing.
Yeah, just to solidify that MVP.
That MVP,
for the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not on my predictions, but I might as well give it to him.
Precious bounty.
So they don't force the buybacks. I mean, they were a little bit forward. They knew what they wanted to do there to get the kill on the Sinful Soul. They just need to be able to pull it off. I don't know if it's happening for you, but my Phantom Lancer is stuck in a stun block
Yep.
animation.
Same here.
Same jobs.
He's just kind of gliding.
I'm so stunned.
It's the
My vigor was never.
It's the new Arcana for PL, you know. I mean, if Bloodseeker can glide across the map, so can PL.
Dire are scanning.
Where are the big
But wait, what about the
Spikes, right?
illusions? What about the illusions? Like, if we see it this way, like the illusions are actually running. I wonder if IG can see the illusions running the same way, or if everything is gliding. Because if only the main one is gliding.
Ooh, Bash! One of the Dazzle, they're going to go in with the Rolling Thunder. You got the Shallow Grave off, but that's using it on himself to go to the arena, but that locks up Fly. This tends to happen with these Monkey
Kill is
Kings. When
dead.
they get the kill on a Sinful Soul, they'll take out the Phantom Lancer. The Echo Slam again! It's going to land here on a JT as well as Emo. They get the kill on a JT, but Emo's trying to stand his ground. They've got themselves the Shallow Grave out of the Lena, but the damage is going to be enough. LSA right-clicks in. Oh, ultra kill from LG, and TZ takes the Rampage away. Full team wipe, though. Even without Simple Soul, Salad again. A well-placed Echo Slam.
That's a nice buyback, Emo, but you're kind of alone. I don't think that you'll be able to defend this. It's time to call it. And he
Yeah,
does.
there's the GG.
I think that buyback was maybe a bluff. Like, I'm gonna buy back and perhaps they don't go in. Perhaps they go back, wait, rush or something. But, damn, very well done by LBZS. All 4 of my predictions were incorrect.
Same.
Besides the runes. I got the runes right.
I did. Oh, no, I got the runes right as well. I chose IG, but I got it right. 1 for 4 on the prediction front. However, all of a sudden, IG, we just saw eHome go home, but IG are now 1 game away from going home as well. I mean, we could pull